Alright, hi guys. So it is never a particularly pleasant experience to have the realization that you might well have peaked at something, especially if that something is something you do competitively and something you want to be good at and something you want to, keep performing well at over a long period of time. But I think recently I've been going through that kind of realization myself with cubing, because as painful as it is to admit, I think I probably peaked in 2024 as well. Not even recently. I've peaked 2 years ago, to be honest. And yeah, it's not a fun thing to realise, because I still definitely feel like I've got a lot more to prove. There are a lot of results that I have still been aiming for that I haven't got yet, that I really, really think I can get and I really want to get more than anything. But at the same time, when you look objectively at my results from recent years, 2024 is by far the best that those results ever were. Obviously, you have the three, right? That happened in November, and that's easily the best result I've ever gotten objectively. It was, still is, and almost certainly forever will be my highest world ranking. And so, yeah, obviously that was a pretty major defining moment in my cubing career. But other than that, we have UKC. If we take UKC, for example, UKC 2024 was objectively my best ever UKC performance, and I don't think it's super close. It's my best performance for an individual event and my best performance across the board as well. To date, it's the only time I've made a 3x3 finals at UKC, and yeah, again, I'm not convinced that's going to happen again, because it was very much a one-off, and it's only getting harder. It was the first time, and again only time to date, that I've ever had a round podium at UKC. Obviously, I've never had an overall podium. I did get a round podium in 2024. I came third in 5x5 round 2, the semi-finals, and obviously that's pretty cool, but it doesn't count for much when I absolutely bombed finals. But either way, it's still a very, very good achievement. And then my highest ever overall position in any event at UKC that year, I also came fourth in multi. And actually then I was in third until the end of the third attempt. After attempts 1 and 2, I was still in third, and then I was beaten on the very final attempt and pushed down into fourth, which was very heartbreaking, but what can you do? And somehow, to date, it is also the only UKC where I've made more than one final. Unless you count like qualifying for Big Blind as making a final, because it's like top 16 or whatever. I'm not really sure that counts, but yeah, with the caveat that apart from like Big Blind, I also made 6x6 and 7x7 finals as well. And I didn't last year because I messed up. I missed both of them by one spot last year. Hopefully that will change this year. That one, I should really, really easily be able to make 6x6 and 7x7 finals at least, and potentially 3 blind as well. You never know. But yeah, outside of UKC, other results that I had at the end of March, I got my double NR3 5x5 results, NR3 single and average in the same average. And the average was actually sub the NR2 average from before that competition. It just so happened that Danny beat it as well at the competition. And so he became NR2 and I became NR3, which obviously I was insanely proud of at the time. And unfortunately, never been able to get back up to those dizzying heights of NR3 since then, in 5x5 at least. And it's at this point, I should say as well, I was going to look at the WCA statistics for the best ever ranks statistic. I was going to use that for this video because that's a pretty cool thing, and it's an interesting metric as well, because obviously rankings can change very quickly, but unfortunately it hasn't been working anytime I've checked it today, so I'm just gonna have to go off vibes and my memory. I do know for a fact that NR3 was my best ever rank in 5x5, so obviously I know that result was definitely a big peak for me. Similarly, my 3x3 average, my best ever rank was not my current PR average. I think it was the one before that, because I think that was like NR12 or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that was my best ever 3x3 average rank. And then the PR average that I got right after that, 742, at the very next competition, I still haven't beaten somehow. So that's like 2.5 years old now, which is awesome. Love that. I also went on a pretty insane multi-streak, having a lot of back-to-back PRs in competition, a lot of good results, and a couple of them were overall PBs as well, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly what, but I did. I think it was the end of 2023 that I really started taking multi seriously and actually practicing, and I certainly achieved a lot in 2024 as well. Yeah, I think that covers most of the events that I main or have mained. And yeah, obviously, like I said, it would be slightly more convenient if I had the best ever ranks to hand, but sadly I don't. But yeah, basically the upshot of all of this is I'm a little bit sad because, like I said, I feel like I've got a lot more to prove. I've got a lot more good results that I can get. You know, I don't know if an NR is going to be possible. I'm not convinced it is anymore, unfortunately. I've had some close calls, of course, but I can't say I'd be too disappointed if I don't get an NR, because in my mind I did. Obviously, I did for like 3 minutes. It just doesn't count officially. But the thing I really care about is the UKC podium, and I haven't got that yet. So I can't imagine I'm going to be stopping chasing that until I do get it. Hopefully I will get it one day. Hopefully it's this year, to be honest, then I can, you know, sort of have a bit of a break. But yeah, I can't really escape the feeling that I may have peaked already, and obviously it's not a very nice feeling. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's what's going to drive me to prove that I haven't peaked. You know, my sub 50 5x5 average from Euros, that was so massive. Obviously not just in terms of the result itself, but for my like attitude going forward, because it proves I can still get really good results and actually keep improving, and hopefully keep up with everyone else as well. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Obviously this UKC is also going to be a very big thing, so yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well. And yeah, that's it for me today. See you tomorrow.